Hello to the great void. I'm Dr. Bruce Crawford. I'm here today with Heather Dibkey, the
Hello, welcome.
exercise physiologist extraordinaire. And this is a live stream for the purpose of introducing our Facebook group, which is Power Over Prolapse. And we're pretty excited about that. Hopefully, if y'all want to make comments during this live stream, you just pop them into the comments section, and then if I'm talking, Heather will tend to them, and if Heather's talking, I'll tend to them. They'll be tended to, so you don't have to worry about that.
If Heather figures it out correctly. So
yeah, this is a new platform for us. We're kind of sorting through all the features and details of it, but you know, it looks good to me from where I'm sitting, and so hopefully it looks good to you.
It looks good to me as well.
All righty, Heather.
Who knows if it is, though? We'll find out.
Yeah, I know.
If we don't get to your comments right now, we will go back and review them and answer them later. So just know we will do that.
Promises. Indeed.
Promises.
We will. Promises. You can rely on that. What is this thing called Power Over Prolapse?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, that wasn't a rhetorical question. Like asking the universe. You're the only one here.
Are we waiting for someone to answer? We started this to fill what I believe is a void. I have been on several prolapse orientated Facebook groups and have been, some of them, they're great. There's nothing wrong with them. But one of the things that I noticed is that there's a lot of sometimes negativity surrounding prolapse. There's a lot of despair that people have, and I understand it because I suffered from prolapse. Regarding having prolapse, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so one of the things we're trying to do, there's 4 things we're trying to do. We want to provide reliable, valid information on the topic of prolapse. We want to dispel possible myths or misinformation surrounding prolapse. We want to offer encouragement and support. And we just want to create a positive environment of dialogue.
Well, it sounds like you wrote those things down.
I did. And you got them. I think I texted them to you. I did write that down.
Oh, that's why I have them in front of me. That's exactly right. You got them all.
And one of the things that led to the group was that in one of the Facebook groups that I was in, I posted actually a YouTube video that you created regarding prolapse.
Uh-oh.
And not only did that get taken off the group, I got kicked out of it. Because
of my video?
For posting medical, like a legit medical professional offering information. And that was where I was like, something's wrong with this picture.
That's hilarious.
The good
what was wrong with my video? Did it use the brand or something and they didn't like that? Was it salesy?
I don't think it was salesy. I was just like, hey, there's a urogynecologist that has great information on this topic. Here's the video. And before it got taken down, I had several women comment, oh my gosh, thank you so much. It's rare to get a doctor that's willing to engage in a social platform like this. So they were so excited, and I thought I was doing a service to womankind.
Yeah.
Till I got banished.
Because it wasn't just complaining. I got to be honest, when I look at groups and group chats, it's a lot of complaining and not much helping. Like people, and maybe there is some therapeutic value of voicing your frustration and complaint to a sympathetic audience. I think I think normal people do that. But when it becomes the entire purpose of a chat and it's just bitching constant, like, you know what, that's not really gonna have the kind of far-reaching benefit I'm hopeful that people will be able to get from an open discussion with scientific moderation you know, about the realities of this really mysterious, nebulous / terrifying condition that happens, unfortunately, all too often. You know, if you've had children, you're at risk for developing prolapse. And you know, if you ask, well, how do I know if I have prolapse? Then you don't have prolapse. You have to ask that question.
Oh, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, it's not subtle, right? And so, you know, we've been working a long time to create a science-based, effective, practicable, affordable, and accessible method of pelvic floor fitness training, right? That people can use, and especially for people with mild to moderate pelvic organ prolapse, we know this mitigates symptoms and can help people avoid surgery, and that's pretty good news.
It did it for me. That's how I found you.
Oh,
I was.
yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, and I was
whippersnappers.
desperate to avoid surgery, and now that was kind of my only option left. And I found you, and I was able to go to one of your workshops, and it literally changed my life.
Wow.
I
I'm
know.
hope and for the better. So that's good.
And
I'm
it still
pleased.
works for me. I mean, I've been using this. My son is almost 20, and
Hmm.
that's when I had my nerve damage that led to all of my, pelvic floor challenges, including prolapse. So the fact that it's still working for me 20 years later as a postmenopausal woman,
And your
yes.
son still has a giant head
He's
because
got
he's
all
so
that smart brain matter.
yeah, he's so smart, right?
Yes,
He's an
he's very smart.
engineering student, and
Mhm.
wow.
He is. It was well worth it. Well,
No regrets.
no
That's
regrets. Oh my gosh, I love him. He's
that's
amazing.
good.
So
So,
no
you know,
regrets whatsoever.
I agree. Like, I noticed when we were kind of looking around at existing sources for community engagement about this topic, that a lot of them wouldn't let me in at all.
I know.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm male, and they couldn't abide that, and so, you know, I was really looking forward to, you know, being able to contribute the clinical urogynecologist perspective, and a really conservative one at that, right? I have created this whole thing to help women not have surgery, you know, but I didn't get past the gate. And then you were able to become a member, and then became
Briefly.
persona non grata after showing them one of my videos, it sounds like. So what are you going to do? You create your own, right? And make this a positive, open, sort of, not sort of, but completely constructive environment where questions can be asked and answered. However, I think that it's important that we say explicitly, even though it's probably obvious to everyone, that I am nobody here. This sentence is just like a dumpster fire. I am not anybody's doctor who is here, right? I am not your doctor, whoever's listening. You know, I can give you information, I can give opinions, but I can't direct your healthcare. That is for your doctor to do. But being equipped with good, solid information puts you in a much more powerful position to make good decisions in consultation with your medical team, right? Knowing what you're talking about is sort of the short way of saying that, right? And so this will help you speak the language. This will allow you to ask questions that maybe you're feeling a little bit shy to ask, right? Like, you should never have to say, this may be a dumb question, right? Because, like, if you don't know the answer and it pertains to your body, it's not dumb.
Exactly.
You just don't know the answer.
Right.
And you're curious to know the answer. And so this is a safe space, right? So far.
Well, and we want it. to continue to be. So we do have group rules when you
Oh,
do sign up
what
that
are the rules?
well, we want people to be respectful. We don't want people like selling and hawking herbs and concoctions. We're really trying to keep this a place where women can get that support, get sound, education from you, learn tips and tricks that I've used from a movement perspective that's helped me, and just kind of be an encouragement for each other in the group. And we have a wide variety of people currently in the group. We have people that found us that have used our Pilates program. We have people from the community that have not, that are just wanting information on Prolapse. We have some of our certified Pilates teachers that are logging in and joining on. And then we have other medical professionals like you, Dr. Crawford, that are like, you know what? I want to see what's out there and what other medical people are saying and doing,
Yeah.
because I want to be able to help my patients the best way I can as well. So this is going to be a really exciting group because we have such a diversity of people in it.
And I know, like, from working with our instructors, I know that this is going to be a positive, constructive environment, and so, the process, how do people say, someone's watching this on YouTube, because we're streaming both to Facebook and YouTube right now.
Right.
How does someone watching on YouTube that wants to become a member of our Power Over Prolapse group do so? Is there a link or something they can click on?
There is a link in the description of our page, our YouTube page, but they can also just go to their Facebook account and type in Power Over Prolapse and our group will come up. We're the only group named that.
Oh.
And we picked that name intentionally because we want people to feel empowered. This isn't a death sentence. It's not something that you just have to live with. We want people to feel empowered so that they can make decisions and do things that are going to benefit their body.
Totally agree. And much needed. I think, having spent 30 years talking to women with newly discovered prolapse, there is so much fear at the outset of what is going on with my body. And if you call your doctor to make an appointment, I don't know how long the wait is in your area, but here it's months before you're going to actually get in for a face-to-face consultation with a specialist.
Yeah, I think it's that way everywhere. And before I did get kicked out of the group, that was a common thread where women were like, I have an appointment with the urogynecologist or the gynecologist, but it's 6 months out. What do I do in the meantime?
Ridiculous. It's so absurd. But you can turn that around and say, I'm going to use this time to become more informed than I otherwise would have been able to, so that I can make the best use of it. And the thing is, though, having to wait that long, like, you don't even know if you're going to like that provider. You know what I mean? If you're, I'll say this over and over again. It shouldn't be of great concern whether you think their personality is terrific or whether their bedside manner is even. That's not what matters in this situation, because there is a chance they're going to operate on you. What you want is a competent, experienced, organized surgeon, right? They're not there to be your friend. Now, you have to be comfortable enough to say what you need to say and learn and have faith in them. But I would say that their experience is really the most essential thing, and their ability to listen. A lot of docs spend more time talking than listening, right? And if they're asking you if you have questions with one hand on the doorknob, that's not the kind of doc you probably want. And so it might even make sense, if it is a long wait, to have 2 or 3 appointments at this, scheduled so that you can interview 2 or 3 different docs and find someone, okay, I'm comfortable with this person. And I've asked them all, what do you think about non-surgical therapeutic alternatives? On how many of these cases have you treated surgically, right? What are your outcomes? And if the doc says, well, I don't know what my outcomes are because I never really looked at it, that's a big red flag. Like, if you're a surgeon, you should know what your outcomes are, what your complication rate is, and you shouldn't mind anyone asking about it either, right? And so those are the kind of things that really matter. Not so much whether they have the perkiest personality or how much they make you laugh,
Right.
and that is a real distractor. A lot of docs will use that and are humorous, but that really doesn't give you anything of value other than it feels good to laugh during what could be an uncomfortable situation. And so those are sort of just notes of caution that I'd toss out there.
And you have some great videos on YouTube that I would encourage our Facebook followers or those of you on our YouTube channel to peruse, because I think we've got close to a half a dozen YouTube videos that you've done specifically on prolapse alone.
Well, so our YouTube channel is called the Pelvic Floor Solution. The Pelvic Floor Solution. And we've got a whole, you could spend all day binge watching our videos.
We do have a lot. We even have an exercise that just got uploaded Monday that I walk you through how to do a prolapse friendly exercise on our YouTube channel. So I highly encourage you, if you're on Facebook, to check that out. And there also is in our Facebook group community, information, there is a link to one of your prolapse videos already up. So
nice.
Once they go there, they'll be on our YouTube channel and they can search a whole bunch of other ones. But we would love to have you guys provide us feedback. What topics do you want us to cover? What questions do you have regarding prolapse? We're happy to do future live streams. We're also happy to put together videos that we will upload specifically on certain topics. So we really want you guys to feel comfortable engaging with us.
I think that is so important. And I also look forward to events we can do with this particular group where we can interview someone that's at the beginning of the process, maybe at the same time as someone who is at the end, that's used Pilates and avoided surgery, or who decided to have surgery, and and sort of what their experience was like. I think there's a lot we can do with interviews and presentations on specific topics that will bring value to our audience, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Completely agree. Yes.
But
right.
If there's something specific, please let us know, right? This is the time to do it too, because if you say, I want to hear about pessaries and rectoceles, like, we'll probably do that, right? We'll probably put that together for you, because we're just getting started.
I think we're willing to be very transparent and accommodating with information. So,
Absolutely.
So feel free to reach out to us.
Excellent. Well, good. And what else do we need to share with our esteemed audience that you sent me a list of things that we should cover?
I think we just wanted to cover why we started the group, a little bit about us, what our goals are for the group. And I just invite everybody to share with us what you would like to get out of the group.
Indeed.
And we will be receptive.
And check out the website, Phylates, Pilates.com. Right, we always got to remember to let people know where we live on the internet. Phylates, Pilates.com. And also, in addition to that, we have an Instagram presence, YouTube presence, Facebook presence. There's a lot of presence.
We're trying to beef up our social presence so we can reach more people.
Yeah, and the website has a lot of online instruction, right?
Hmm.
So individuals can take a pelvic floor course online, 2 hours, no big deal. Learn a ton, have a program they can practice every day. Highly effective and efficient. And
It's the
then the
same program I used.
same one, yeah,
Same one.
and there's one for men
Hmm.
who aren't probably in this group. Do you let men in our group? Because that was like one of the exclusions from the other groups. Like, I, and if not, can I still be a member?
Yeah. No, you are kicked out. No.
So I'm like the only male then that's going to be allowed to be
You
present.
are the man, Dr. Crawford. The man,
Wow.
the myth,
Well,
the legend.
yeah. Cool. That
All
seems
right.
like the right choice. All righty,
Well,
very
we
good. What
appreciate
else? Anything
everybody.
else we need to do other than thank everyone,
I think that's
and
it.
ask them to be engaged, like and subscribe, all the things.
Please. It does help kind of boost our presence and help us reach more people. The more engaged people are with our platforms.
Right.
So,
And so we'll be doing this again soon,
mhm.
we look forward to interacting with you through the Facebook group as well. So until then, thanks for your attention.